What is up, everybody, and welcome back to your favorite place to talk movies. I'm your host, Luce, and this is Real Talk, off script. So today we are going to get into a couple of topics. It's going to be a little bit off the dome today, so expect today's episode to be a little bit more chill, a little more relaxed. But I do have two topics I want to get into. One is actually going to be a review. I finally got a chance to go out and see Super Mario Galaxy, so I'm going to let you guys know how I felt about that. And then the second topic, we'll get into that once I get to it. Alright, so to start off this review, I know a lot of y'all, if you know me, you know I wasn't really excited to go see this movie in any way, shape, or form. Because I did not enjoy the first one too much. I'm a big Super Mario fan, for those who don't know. So I finally got a chance to go see this one. It took me so long to put this review out because I really drug my feet to go see it. I was not excited to see this movie at all. I actually wanted to go see it Tuesday. I bought tickets and all this past Tuesday because today is actually Monday that I'm recording this. So I bought tickets this last Tuesday. Once the time came, I just didn't feel like going. So I kept putting it off day after day after day. And I finally got a chance to go see it. Was that Thursday? Yeah, I got a chance to go see it Thursday afternoon. So let you guys know how I felt about it. It wasn't that bad. I wasn't mad at it at all. That's coming from somebody who really did not, like I said, enjoy the first one. I wouldn't say I was turned off by the first one, but it just didn't scratch my Mario itch like I wanted it to. But the second one, I feel like a lot of the issues that I had with the first one, I feel like they alleviated those in the second one. I feel like the runtime flew by. This movie is not long at all. The runtime flew by. The plot of this movie, if you even want to call it that, is minuscule at best. Like there's not a lot going on. Let me just get into the negative things before I get into the positives. So a couple of negatives. I feel like a lot of the movie things just happen just to happen. And when I say that, I'm saying like they happen just to say, hey, do you remember this reference from such and such Mario game? Which is cool. I'm a big Mario fan, like I said, so I played a lot of the Mario games, and I definitely picked up on a lot of the little, hints that they threw out to the crowd if you actually do enjoy the Mario games. So a lot of it was just, hey, let's make this happen in the movie just so we can give a wink, wink, nudge, nudge to the audience of when they experience this in the game. I think they went a little too overboard with it. Like it was at least five that I can think off the top of my head. I'm like, okay, yeah, we get it. That's from such and such. Okay, we get it. That's from Mario Galaxy or Super Mario 64 or Super Mario Odyssey. Oh, okay, we get it. But that's one of my main gripes with the movie. Another one. I feel like, and I know this is gonna sound crazy because this is a kids movie. Some of it was just a tad too kiddie for me, and I'm saying that understanding that this team that made this movie is the exact same team that made the Despicable Me movies, like I've said in the last couple of episodes. So it was kind of expected, but even on top of that, it was still sometimes I'm like, this is not really hitting me where I need it to hit. But I mean, this is a kid's movie, so I can't go too far, and I can't, I understand what this is and who this is marketed for at the end of the day. So that's two of my negatives. Other than that, to be completely honest, I wasn't mad at the rest of the movie, like I said. I mean, other than the kiddie stuff and, stuff like that, other than that, like I said, the runtime flew by. So even if you didn't enjoy this movie, you're not going to be sitting here for long. So that's one positive. I feel like the action in this movie, it really made me want to see that Super Smash Brothers movie that they claim we're not gonna get. But hey, with the amount of money that this movie is making so far, don't put it past them. Money talks. So yeah, a lot of the action was very stylized, which I really enjoyed. I feel like the music in this one was way better than the first one. That was one of the main things I didn't like about the first one. I think the music in this one was pretty close to being memorable. I'm sorry. Yeah, so I liked the music. I liked a lot of the action in the movie. Some other references that they made to the video games I really did enjoy. One, I won't say this is a reference, but one character that they put into the movie that I'm sure a lot of you guys saw. They put out a poster maybe a week or 2 weeks before and completely spoiled the fact that he's in there. But Fox McCloud from Star Fox is in the movie. I love this character. I thought he was only going to be in it for a good 5-10 minutes maybe. He was in the movie way longer than that. I was really surprised by that. So I enjoyed that as well. Is there any other cameos? There were other cameos, and to be completely honest, some of these Nintendo characters, I know the character themselves, but I can't even tell you the name of it. Like there were a couple of them that weren't even Mario related in any way, shape, or form. But overall, I'll say I enjoyed the movie. I'm still working on how I want to quote unquote score movies because, like I said, I don't really want to do like a A plus, C plus, or scale of 1 to 10 slider type of thing. But I will say, if you are interested in the movie, I would say just go check it out, especially if you have kids as well. Or if you're just, a kid at heart like me and you just like Super Mario and you want to go check out the movie, I would definitely suggest it. But I would not suggest you racing out to go see this one. So, like I said, I'm still working on how I'm going to scale my reviews or whatever the case may be. But I would say go see this one, but you don't have to rush to go see it. You're not missing anything if you wait, to a matinee or a Tuesday when it's cheaper. You don't got to rush out to go see this movie. Not like you did with how I suggested Project Hail Mary. That one was completely different. But for this one, I mean, if you, like I said, if you want to go out and check it out, I would suggest it. It is a little bit of fun at the movie theater if you just want to turn your brain off and, watch some mindless action or see some cartoon characters and get a couple of laughs here and there. That's essentially what you're going to get from this movie. So I'll leave it up to you guys if you want to actually go check it out. But, oh, you know what? How could I forget? How could I forget? Let's talk about all the backlash that this movie got. So I gave you guys a review. I said this episode is going to be a little more relaxed, a little more chill, and I'm just going to flow off the top of the dome. But let's get into some of the backlash that this movie has gotten on the internet the last couple of days, or the last week, I should say. So essentially, there's two completely different sides of the internet that are having a back and forth, having a quote-unquote dialogue, if that's even what you want to call it, regarding this movie. So half of them completely, absolutely love the movie. You cannot say shit about it if it's not completely on the love side. And then, of course, you have the far opposite side that just completely hates the movie. They think it's garbage. They think it's this, that, and the third. I understand both sides, so I'll come out to say that. Is this movie fucking Shakespeare in the Park? Is it Casablanca? Is it Citizen Kane? Fuck no. It's a Super Mario movie. I don't even know why the fuck you thought that's what this would be. It's not. So I understand that this is by no means a quote-unquote good movie. But is it a fucking horrible movie? Like, it's just... No, it's not. So it's kind of like if you want to go turn your brain off, just go see some literal cartoon characters from a literal video game that we grew up on. Do some bullshit on screen, fine. Like, I don't understand why the back and forth is so... Like, they're at each other's throat. I don't know if you guys are seeing this or not, but if you just get on Threads or Twitter or, whatever app, or even check out a lot of the YouTube videos. If you go... Just for YouTube, for example... If you just look up Super Mario Galaxy movie and you just look at the thumbnails, like some of the thumbnails, you would have thought this was the literal worst thing to ever happen in Hollywood history. And then on the other side, you would think this is the best movie to ever be created on planet Earth. It's like, why can't we just have some kind of middle ground? Like, this isn't an amazing movie. This isn't a horrible movie. It's a middle of the road type of film. And I thought that we all knew that coming into it. So I'm really surprised on both sides of the argument. I mean, it's just, I completely went into this movie thinking, at worst, I'm not going to like the movie like the first one. At best, I'm going to have a cool time. And I came out on the better side of it. And I just didn't think it'd be anything other than that. But when you get on the internet, man, if you haven't seen the movie, I could definitely see somebody being turned off by the dialogue. And I just thought it was really, really weird because I haven't really seen anything anywhere close to this from any movie recently released. The last couple of movies that I can think of, one of the sides was completely right. It wasn't I'm sorry, this wasn't one of the, maybe I should just love this one or maybe I should just hate this one. It was kind of like, okay, yeah, this movie was shit and I understand why people are killing it the way they are, or this movie is amazing, or was amazing, I should say. And I understand why everybody's just, coddling the movie and saying that this is the best thing ever released in cinema. This is Super Mario Galaxy. I don't understand why this is such a dialogue, but it was. And it completely blew up on the internet this past weekend. And the only reason I'm bringing it up in this review is just to say, guys, if you're interested in seeing the movie, just go check it out. Don't let people on the internet sway you. I saw the reviews before this came out. I saw people giving it 2 out of 10s and 42% and everything. I'm like, okay, well, I'll just go check it out for myself and make an opinion based off of how I saw the movie and how I feel about it. I think you guys should do the same. And this is something you're interested in, go check it out. Like I said, don't race out to go see it because you're not missing anything if you don't. But if this is something you want to skip based off the dialogue you've seen online, or maybe you saw a review that was well balanced, I should say. It wasn't skewed one way or the other, and you're just like, I think I'll skip this one or wait to stream it whenever that is. You're fine too. Like, don't let the people on the internet sway you one way or the other. If you're interested in the film, just go check it out, regardless of what it is. Don't let people sway you. But that's just my 2 cents on that. So I am curious for you guys who maybe have seen the movie or just curious to go see it. I want you guys to go out in the comments and just let me know, what is your general feeling from the Super Mario Galaxy movie? Because I thought this was supposed to be something that could be cool, it could be fun for the people online that like video games, that like movies, and like video game movies, of course. So I want you guys to go down in the comments and let me know what you think about the whole Super Mario Galaxy fiasco, and just let me know what you think. All right, so now that we're moving on from Super Mario, we are going to move on to my next topic, and that's this. So, you guys may have heard me talk about quote-unquote Doomsday. And if you don't know what quote-unquote Doomsday is, you're probably asking yourself, why is he saying Doomsday with an N? Well, I'm not saying Avengers Doomsday. I'm saying Doomsday as in Dune 3, Avengers Doomsday, which we all thought and were hoping and waiting with bated breath for this to come out and these movies to come out on the same day, which is December 18th. Well, fam, I got some bad news, potentially bad news. It looks like we may not be getting Doomsday this year. I had to say that with a heavy heart because y'all know that I was waiting on that like Christmas. Fuck Christmas as far as I'm concerned. I don't care about December 25th. I care about December 18th. And now it looks like with the news that came out this past week that we may, heavy emphasis on may, we may not get Doomsday this year. And that's because of this. So, I don't know if you guys know, but I'm gonna say Avengers Doomsday. It's throwing me off still. But Dune 3 actually had they set a deal with IMAX. So I don't know how many of you guys have true IMAX theaters in your towns, or just bullshit IMAX. I should say that we got at some of the AMC theaters, kind of like what I have in my hometown here. Whether or not you guys have any of those in your town, if there's an IMAX close to you guys. Once Dune 3 came out, they actually set a deal with IMAX to have exclusive rights to only show there. I'm rambling over my words. They essentially made a deal that every theater that shows on IMAX format, the only movie that was going to play once December 18th came was Dune 3. So no Avengers Doomsday, no other movies that could potentially, like Jumanji. I know Jumanji comes out around the same time. None of those films, if it's not Dune 3, are going to be showed in any IMAX screens. Now, I believe they had exclusive rights for 3 weeks, I want to say. So once December 18th gets here, because it looks like Dune is not going to move, from December 18th on for I believe it's 3 weeks. I may need to check on that again just to make sure. But there's going to be no other films shown at IMAX. So I don't know if you guys got your hopes up to see Avengers Doomsday in IMAX, but it looks like you're not going to get it for 3 weeks. Hence, Avengers Doomsday. I want to make sure I say that right. Avengers Doomsday. It looks like they may have moved the movie, or they're in talks to actually move the movie up 1 week and come out December 11th instead of the 18th. Obviously, that means that Doomsday is no longer a thing. Potentially, maybe. That's just what I'm reading online, and from what I've heard from one scooper who actually spoke about it, he said that this is not concrete yet. It sounds to me like they're just kicking the can around, just, shooting shit to see if this is something that they may have to do. But it looks like Avengers Doomsday could be moved up to December 11th, and that's only because they want to get a free runway of a week of no competition leading into the Dune 3 release, and they want to be able to secure the IMAX screens for at least a week before Dune 3 comes out that following week and completely fucking takes over all the IMAX screens. As a fan, selfishly, do I understand the move? If this is what they're going to do, because this is not concrete yet, so this is just, I'm just throwing it out there to you guys, because I didn't want to, I would hate to have gotten you guys excited for Doomsday over the last couple of episodes, and then you find out maybe 3 weeks later that it's not even going to fucking happen. So I just wanted to let you guys know that this is what I'm hearing. So, like I said, as a fan, selfishly, do I understand the move? If this is what they're actually going to do? Unfortunately, I do. I mean, it does make more sense. You do get more money, for one. Because, like I said, I believe that if they both released on the same day, that they both would help each other. I didn't think that they would, cannibalize the other and take dollars away. I thought this would actually add to it and bump it up. But I mean, it's simple fucking math if you think about it. We can have a whole week of no competition, which is Avengers Doomsday. We can have a whole week of no competition. Plus, you get those hefty IMAX dollars. I don't know if you guys have seen a movie in IMAX or not, but if you just go look at the ticket prices, shit, I would want that money too. If I was a CEO or something like that, or if I was a studio head, I'm gonna want that money too, even if it's only for a week. Because if you think about it, I don't know about you guys, but when Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame first came out, I saw them both separately, of course, but I saw them both 4 times in the theaters. That's just me. So that's a combined 8 times. Imagine if somebody like me saw it that many times, but saw it in IMAX compared to just a regular showing or something like that. That's a shit ton of extra money. IMAX tickets are not cheap in any way, shape, or form. So if I was an executive, yeah, I mean, I would want to do the thing that the fans will love the most, which is do something like Doomsday. Put out Avengers Doomsday on the same day as Doom 3. Yeah, I'd love that for you guys. But at the end of the day, I mean, I got to make the best money decision as well. These heads, that's literally why they're in the positions that they're in. So it does make a lot of sense for them to push it up a week. Am I hurt? Yes. Do I think this is going to happen? I don't know yet. But I do know for sure CinemaCon. I don't know if you guys know what CinemaCon is. It's a quote unquote convention, quote unquote con, but it's not. It's not how you would think of something like Comic Con or something like that. It's not for the fans. CinemaCon is essentially for you are gonna have studio heads there, but it's for the theater owners. So you're gonna have the CEO of Cinemark, the CEO of AMC, the CEO of Regal. They all go to this convention once a year. I believe it's in Vegas. I may be wrong. It's either in LA or no, it is in Vegas. So this is a convention that they go to. They show people there like movie pundits, movie theater owners. They essentially sell products and movies, not literally sell them, but they sell the idea of them to theater owners. So me, like a typical fan, I couldn't go here. And I think they only sell like a very limited amount of tickets to quote unquote fans, and 9 times out of 10 they price out quote unquote fans like myself. I think a ticket to go to CinemaCon, if you're not a movie pundit or something like that, or have a press pass, it's in the thousands. I think it's like $3,000 or $4,000 for one ticket. So obviously people like me can't afford to go there. But like I said, it's not really for people like me. This is not like a Comic-Con type of thing. And I know I'm rambling, but I'm trying to make a greater point here so you guys can understand where the Doomsday thing, the fate may lie. So anyway, like I was saying, CinemaCon is something that the theater owners go to every year, and then the studio heads at Paramount and Apple and Warner Brothers and all that, they bring footage from the movies, or like even test footage sometimes. Or they'll bring like a first trailer, or they'll bring 10 minutes, like the first 10 minutes of a movie, and they essentially sell the idea to the theater owners. So essentially, like, hey, I have what's the movie coming? I have Disclosure Day coming out in a couple of months. Here's a exclusive trailer for you guys. So you can kind of know you can gauge what the hype may be for this movie, and you'll know how many theaters that you want to have showing this, or how many fans like myself may come to it. So it's a whole thing. Like, it's the studio heads from Paramount get with the studio heads at Cinemark, and well, not the studio heads, but they get with the CEOs of Cinemark and Regal and all that stuff, and they get together and they kind of talk about how they're going to strategically market movies throughout the year, so you guys come and spend money on it. So that's kind of why the fans aren't really quote unquote invited to it, if you get my drift. So I believe with CinemaCon coming up in the next couple of weeks, I believe in the next 2 or 3 weeks, I believe once CinemaCon gets here, after it's gone, we will know if Doomsday is going to happen or not. Because they're not going to go there and just say, oh yeah, we still don't really know if we're going to push up the film or not. Like, they have all the information on how they're going to market these films once they get to CinemaCon. CinemaCon is a big fucking deal every year. So they're not going to go there without an answer. They're not going to go there not having the knowledge whether they're going to push up this movie or keep it in the December 18th date as planned. So I believe once CinemaCon gets here, we're going to know for sure if we're getting Doomsday or not. So I'm hoping the answer is yes, but if it's not, I do understand, and I'm just trying to prepare you guys that may have gotten excited for it, and just give you guys a warning now. So the way I'm looking at it, it looks like, just from a financial standpoint, that we may not get Doomsday. And man, that breaks my heart, man, because I was waiting with bated breath, like I said, like we were gonna get the greatest day in film history, and probably the biggest day in film history as far as a box office standpoint. But I mean, at the same time, it's like, even if the Avengers gets moved to December 11th, like I'm hearing the rumor maybe, that doesn't necessarily mean that you can't do your own Doomsday. Because I mean, yeah, you could wait a week and then go see it, see Avengers for the first time at the same time that you go see Dune 3. Because to be completely honest, the way I'm looking at it, shit, I might still do it myself and just go see Avengers when it originally comes out. If it's bumped up to December 11th, that is. I might just go see it when it does come out that day, December 11th. Well, really December 10th for me, because I ain't waiting till Friday. I'm seeing it early. So I'm going to go to that Thursday. But I might just go see it Thursday if they move it up, which would be December 10th, of course. And then once December 18th rolls around, which would technically be December 17th, because I'm seeing it early. I'm seeing Dune 3 early. But I lost my train of thought that fast. But yeah, I would see my own quote unquote Doomsday and just go see it again. I would see Avengers again on December 17th and then see Dune 3 the same day and still kind of get the same. I know it's not the same. It's not the same. It's not. But if I had to finagle my way around it and just find a way to still get Doomsday, god damn it, I'm going to do it. So yeah, the way it's looking right now, it looks like they just may move Avengers, which I'm fine with. I do understand from a financial standpoint, it does make more sense. So you can get those IMAX dollars, or you can get a whole week worth of runtime before you have to go up against Dune 3, because both of those movies are going to be heavy hitters. Heavy hitters. We talking George Foreman and Mike Tyson in the ring. So I completely understand if you want to just put Mike Tyson in the ring with somebody like me. that's an easy win. That's a win you can get in your sleep. So I understand they do move it up, but goddamn, I'm going to be hurt. And I'm going to be hurt for the fans, because, man, we've been talking about Doomsday for, like, the last 6 months at least. Like, we've all been hyped. Like, I already took off work. I already took December 17th off work. Like, I don't play around with this movie shit. Hence the podcast that y'all are listening to right now. I don't play with the movie shit. I already took the day off. I was waiting. But it looks like I may have to take 2 days off. Like I may have to take December 17th. Fuck around and take December 10th too, because it looks like they may be splitting it up. I just wanted to be the one to tell you guys first. I don't know if you guys have seen that online or not, but I thought it was something that we should definitely have a conversation about. And just to warn you guys. But like I said, CinemaCon is coming up soon. I will have my own CinemaCon coverage. I will be talking about everything that the studios show off, the rumors that I've heard, or that we will be hearing when CinemaCon gets here. We're definitely going to have a dialogue about that. Even though I've never been to CinemaCon, I do hope to go one day. That's for damn sure. But CinemaCon is definitely a day that I always look forward to every year, because you just get a lot of movie news. And it's the news that you get from CinemaCon, it's not fucking rumors. This is real deal. And if there is a quote unquote rumor somewhere, it's because they may have hinted at something, and then the people get to talking. So either way it goes, we're going to get a lot of concrete information from CinemaCon coming up in a couple of weeks. Unfortunately, it looks like the fate of Doomsday is going to be coming up in that news as well. But either way it goes, I'm definitely going to be back giving you guys my thoughts on it and opinions. And then we'll talk about it moving forward then. But until then, like I said, Doomsday might not happen. So go ahead and prepare you guys like I had to. But anyway, that's that. If you guys are interested in letting me know how you feel about that as well. Like I said, I know I hyped you guys up in the last couple of episodes about Doomsday. So I just want to let you guys know that I'm always open to hearing how you guys think about it. Go down in the comments and let me know. Were you interested in seeing Doomsday? Did you not care? Were you going to split it up? Because I know times is hard, and movie tickets are expensive as fuck. Like I said, and definitely could be if you're going to see it in IMAX. But if you guys are going to split it up and we're never even going to participate in quote unquote Doomsday, I'm open to hearing that as well. But with all that down, like I said, we only had 2 topics for today. So that is today's episode. Once again, I just want to let you guys know that I really appreciate y'all tuning in and, giving me you guys' thoughts on movies and just hearing me ramble about movies for 20 to 30 minutes at a time. I really appreciate you guys, and you guys are the reason I'm even still going, because I definitely didn't think I was going to get any views. And the last couple of ones, I've been getting way more views than I thought I would. So, I mean, it's just fun to sit here and talk movies with you guys and get you guys' opinions on it as well. But anyway, with all that down, I'll stop rambling and I'll close this episode out. Once again, I appreciate you guys. Until next time, peace.